Alrighty, so driving my 1998 Chevy C1500 GMT400, whatever it is you want to call it. First time I've driven it in about 2 weeks here. It runs, it drives just fine. I've put a lot of work into it recently, but it's going to need a little bit of engine work. Starts every time though. But it's going to need a timing chain, and it has a loose rocker stud and I believe the passenger side head up here. And I just don't really want to get into all that just for stock performance and such, or spending $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 to put some basic heads, cam and such on it. As you can see, it drives around just fine. Has excellent oil pressure. The low temperature is just because it's cold as hell out today. It's like 20 degrees here in Dayton, Ohio. But also it has a 160 degree thermostat in it. Excuse me. Just showing a video that it drives around just fine. Has plenty of power, plenty of pull. Spins the tires absolutely no problem. Showing the proper function of the transmission and such, that it shifts into all gears just fine. These damn bumps here in Dayton, Ohio freaking suck. Hopefully I don't spill my soda here in just a second. Here, I'll go ahead and mat it. You can hear the engine breaking up and misfiring up in the upper RPMs. That's going to be the timing chain and that loose rocker stud. The timing chain is causing a crankshaft and camshaft position sensor correlation code. And then the whatever the hell it is, the rocker stud is just experiencing valve float or whatever, because it's not closing the valve all the way due to it being loose and such. Or it's doing something. Either way, it's not good. But you can see it runs just fine. It shifts just fine. It accelerates pretty damn good too. I'll get a little bit better video showing that it does still have plenty of power after I get past this speed bump here. I don't know when they put this speed bump in here on Waterville East, but it is stupid. Alright. Try and watch the speedometer a little bit. I haven't necessarily ever cleaned the interior since I bought this truck 5 years ago. You can watch the acceleration here. I don't know if you heard that, but it chirps the tires in the second and third. The transmission was rebuilt right at 12,000 miles ago. It's a 98 4L60E. Has a Transgo shift kit in it. Has a couple extra clutches and steels per pack. I forget exactly which clutches they are, but they're like a high energy clutch. It's a much better clutch than factory. Has a better, I think it's a 2.3 piston or a 3.4 piston. Has the thicker hardened drum on it, or hardened sunshell. Has upgraded and welded sprag on it, and it has a Corvette shift servo on it. Oh, and the high performance extra wide, I believe it's a black band for the 1.2. Either way, it's a very, very good transmission, and the converter in the transmission was converted from a pulse modulating on-off style lockup to either it's 100% locked up or it's 100% off. So it acts like a complete fifth gear. But you can see, runs and drives just fine, does whatever I ask it to just fine. Aside from that, yeah, it's just not fast enough for me. Got a different engine and transmission I'm going to be putting in it. Well, I told you guys that I'd show that it would do a burnout. I guess I'm going to have to find somewhere to do that then, ain't I? We'll go around the corner up here. And I ain't even going to have to brake stand it either. It'll do one just by stabbing the gas. It's got brand new Cooper 295 tires on it. These tires have less than 1,000 miles on them. Around, you dumb bitch. Alright. As you can see, my foot is not on the brake at all. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. It'll do whatever I ask of it when I ask it. And that's probably one of the reason it has a couple engine problems is because I have abused the ever-living piss out of this truck here and there, but it has always gotten a full synthetic oil change every 3,000 miles since I got it. The truck itself has 268,632 miles on it, but the engine has right at about 30,000 miles on it. I know that because when I bought the truck, the engine was completely blown up, and I had it cheaply rebuilt with new rings, new gaskets, new bearings on the mains and the crank. Had the passenger side head somewhat repaired. I guess I paid for it to be professionally repaired. Apparently it wasn't professionally repaired. Had a crack in the head, and also had a rocker stud issue, but that rocker stud issue supposedly was remedied for a while, and about 5,000 miles ago it picked back up again, started making more rocket noises, valve train noises again. So unfortunately, gotta pull the motor apart, and I don't want to do that if it's just gonna go back bone stock. I got myself another truck again, so I can tear this one apart, and it has an awful lot of work to go underneath the knife ahead of it. I'll pull out the interior. Interior's real mint aside from the carpet. Carpet's quite nasty. The headliner is on its way to being shot, but it has a good overhead center console. It has a good regular center console. The power seats and the lumbar and all that work properly. Well, I'm going to gut this thing and put about 700 crank horsepower into it, and probably a 250 shot of nitrous. So, yeah, the dash is a little bit beat up because I've been chasing issues with the hvac security system. That's why this wire's here. In order to ground it, either here or on that bar underneath the dash, you can see the hvac is hanging down there. No, the truck's not stolen, but when I tried pulling this off, what was it, about 3 months ago, when I got this truck back up and running after sitting for 8 months, not running, not driving, not being used at all. Unfortunately, the old plastic there was all beat up and cracked and such, and it came apart in pieces. So it looks like I stole it. No, I didn't steal it. Got the keys for it. Anyways, let me know what you guys want off of this truck in terms of the drivetrain, because it is getting a complete different drivetrain. Axle, transmission, engine, everything. And then as for interior parts, let me know what you guys want. See you later.